Alright, I hope this lets me do a little bit more than what was I saying? Oh yeah, I hope it lets me do more than 15 minutes. Or whatever I have on my phone. Basically, I'm going through all this so y'all know that I really am starting this completely over entirely. I'm creating a whole nother account. I've done this literally numerous times. Beating it on Uber. If it only lets me do 15-minute increments this way, because I'm not live, that's alright with me. I am on Uber difficulty. I don't know if it's going to show everything inverted or not, but if it does, I am so sorry. In fact, I'm going to try to fix, I wish I could fix that. I guess y'all are just going to have to tolerate everything being inverted. Because right now Ferguson is on your right. When really he's on my left. So understand that is the difference. So everything is inverted. As far as the image of what everything looks like, I hope y'all can just understand that. The way I have my phone, I have to make it to where I can kind of check on it, because my phone does want to screw up every now and then. My apologies for some of the swearing and cussing. But, just please understand that. I have had a rough day trying to get this going. Usually I go backwards because it looks cooler watching it all fly out at once, but I don't even care anymore right at this point. I mean, I'm finally in a comfy position where I can play the game. Again, my apologies, everything is inverted. But basically, I'm doing this on Uber just to really show y'all that I can do it on Uber, and to show y'all where a lot of the stuff is. I mean, I kind of do want to show off a little bit that I can do it on Uber, like, and still get all the perks. I have no perks right now. I'm going completely fresh start. I'm going to try not to die at all, but if I do, it's going to be over something. Like, we all died on Black Ops Zombies in the first 2 to 3 waves, you know, those are the hardest. But like, I just died right there. So I don't know. Just please bear with me on some of the stuff. On some of the deaths I do, or I will have. I'm going to try to avoid those. It's just, one, my game lags because I played it so often. Like right now I'm turning right and it's showing that on left, so. But at least it looks good though, regardless of whether it's inverted, you know. All the characters still look the same, it's not like they look weird. Just keep that in mind, everything is inverted. I was going to have it originally facing the other way, but I have to babysit my phone. I will be going over some of the backstories a little bit, just so y'all understand why they are the way they are. Because some of them are just like, alright, that's just kind of creepy. Like, for example, Booby. You meet him and Frau Engel first on the night train to Berlin. But, he's actually like, I think he's 19. He's either 19 or in his 20s, while Frau has already had 6 kids raised. And honestly, on Uber difficulty, I just literally had no idea what I was doing. I was just really spraying and praying. I was more focused on my phone, to be honest with y'all. I wasn't even looking at the phone to mirror play. One, because why the heck would I want to do that? On top of mirror play, it's inverted, so it's like... that takes the Leonardo's secret writing to a whole new level. Not only is it backwards, but it's inverted. It's like backwards going right to left, down up when you read. It's already bad enough you gotta read it each word individually. Well, Leonardo just had it like strictly backwards. He didn't have it like each word was backwards, you know. Like when he wrote right to left a full sentence backwards. Like for me, it's like I don't even know how you want to explain that to me. Also, you really don't have to pull that. I have no idea why they even tell you to pull it. I mean, I'm sure in real life it has its purpose, which I am ignorant of. My apologies. I am not a airplane attendant, let alone do I fly. Well, let alone am I a flight attendant, you know? I don't even know how... I barely know how all this stuff in back works on a regular passenger plane. Oh yeah, and I stabbed my hand a few days ago, so on top of playing this on Uber, I gotta play with this annoying thing on. I mean, now I can kind of move my fingers, I adjusted it, because before it was like... it was like up here, and I could barely move my hands like that, so I was literally holding it like this. I have no idea how long this is going to let me record, so... I'm not live, so... It's probably only going to let me do a little bit at a time. I need a monster. Oh, this is not piss, by the way. Pardon my French. I thought I was going to work today, so... I put it in a bottle so I could still... you know, drink it. And I always go to this guy only because I think he needs to have a gun. I don't think at any reason he should have ever had his gun down. You know, what if your plane runs out of ammo? I mean, these things have an ammo limit in real life, so, like, in real life, you know, you would have... See, like, I'm turning right, but it's left. I am so sorry about the inversion. Those of you who played, you know... you know this guy is usually on the left. It actually looks cool, inverted, actually. No way I could play mirroring it, though. first I thought he said fuck all twice, pardon my French. But he says, hold on, after. Also, a lot of these intros you really want to see, and I'll show you in a minute what I'm talking about. They say check your notes to help you out with the mission, but it's like, alright, kill Death's Head. That doesn't tell me everything in between. That just tells me what I better accomplish at the end of what I need to do. It doesn't tell you, hey, first access the bunker. Hey, first, after that, kill the Panzer Huns. These are Panzer Huns. I mean, as long as you, like, if you're trying to figure out, what's the purpose of why you're doing all this, it helps to look at your notes. One reason I appreciate Wolfenstein's setup is because it literally is, a dude just going into the middle of nowhere, trying to just, improvise the entire time. That's why this game, it can be a stealth mission throughout, and I'll even show y'all where all the silenced pistols and stuffs are. And see, if you didn't watch that, the second you pick up the phone, you can hit X. It says swim to the airplane turret. Alright. If this here, I understand that I can really only go one way. But in the future, it's an open map, a lot of these. You can actually roam around. They're whole buildings. And sometimes they're not just whole buildings. They're multiple sections of a whole building that you can go to secret areas, which unlock other parts of the map. For example, I have that little tiny bit, but there might be a part to my left that I can only get with Wyatt or Ferguson. And there are those to your left and right shortly after. If you see this guy and you haven't seen a plane yet, then you passed him. But don't worry, you're not too far off. I would show you can emerge from water and not get shot at, but I have literally tried this all day, and this is just the best setup I've had so far to showing y'all how to get through this game. And I have you can kill him later. For this part, you want to kind of aim in the middle to kill him, because if you try to lead him, he's going to be like right here before you actually get to kill him, or where the other Panzer Hund is. And really, that's just... Really, I should have killed him when he's right here. Like, for example, here I can just hit X. And then, I'll show you this real quick. It says, enter the... Oh, okay, enemy trenches. I mean, don't let them fool you in the beginning. Later on, you're not figuring that out by that. Again, I am on Uber difficulty. I have no perks whatsoever. Before I finish this, I should have at least... In all actuality, I should probably have about 10 perks if before I leave this first area. But sometimes I'm just not going to be able to. Really, you don't start any of your perks until after this door part. Because that's when you get the assault rifle. This is when you unlock, get headshot kills and all that crud. So the first thing you do, immediately go to your assault rifle. Aim for the heads as best as you can. There is like exactly 3 enemies here that you can kill. See if this will let me go past 15 minutes real quick. If it does, I'm going to keep playing until, like, my phone dies. And it does, I'm at 34. I'll probably cut it off soon because I can't really make the video with my phone dead, and I am not trying to make the charger work. And always check your perks often to make sure you're actually getting them. For example, look, I already got 3 headshot kills with the assault rifle. Right now I'm just going to work on stealth kill and dual wield kills right now. I'm still going to be trying to get headshots just so on my report card at the end, or progress card, it says I got mostly headshots. Then there is sometimes a third guy that comes through there. So you gotta kinda do this quick. Up here is where you get the pistol for the first time. You come here. If I ever use the term dead right or dead left, or dead ahead, or behind you to, I mean, like, if you were to look down, it's right there. Otherwise, I'll say it's over to the left. And they give you the pistol here on purpose, so you can do this. My apologies if I'm kind of sucking right now. And I did not get it. But it's whatever. Oh, push up on the D-pad to access dual wield, or, just whatever. But, push down on the D-pad to access your map. For those of you curious as to how I play, I do play with, my entire hand, as best as I can, with this bandage on. Always hit LT, because trust me, it makes a difference between losing 7 health to like 1 health, and that's really how drastic it is. This is usually the part where I try to do sprint sliding, kills while sprint sliding. I usually do dual wield, only because it's a lot easier for me, because they like to run left and right. Believe it or not, it does kind of make a difference. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry if I die here. I just really can't help how they shoot at me. As you can see, I already got 1. I should have gotten 2 perks already. I'm slacking right now. My sincerest apologies. I should have already unlocked other perks to do right now. I'm actually way behind, actually, as to how many perks I could get by now. I will also go through and tell you how many perks you should have by now. For example, right there, he just didn't pop out. So actually, I might be able to just do the pistol headshot right now while I'm at it, since I have to restart. So again, my sincerest apologies for some of the ways of how I die. For the most part in this game, the enemies usually run out to you. They do not really hide at all. That's actually kind of rare for me to see. So if I die because of something like that, I am so sorry. I am not used to the game doing that to me. I'm used to it being an a-hole and just them bombarding me. So I've just gotten skilled at bum rushing / stealth. But that's just how that goes. I'll probably just wait till later on for that. Be very careful when it comes to holding the right grenade button to access your guns and or throw grenades, because you tap it ever so lightly to throw grenades, like so. In fact, I probably should have actually spent that time getting 2 enemies with 1 grenade, which I did not do. Again, you really should be getting a lot of perks right off the bat when you start this game, regardless of difficulty. Here, you might as well start on your stealth kills. It's going to be easier on you if you just do your stealth kills now. Even though I do have the option to shoot with my pistol, they are two separate achievement perks. Strictly silent takedowns and long or range takedowns. So kind of prioritize. Longer range is going to take a lot longer. I could do takedowns right now like I'm doing and still go toward that, because that says long or melee or ranged weapon. So just, you gotta really prioritize. Like with the headshots, I usually use that with the assault rifle. Pistol to start, because I mean, how do you not? A lot of times you can run up to them and still get an achievement. Crouch, you will always be quiet, especially sneaking up to dogs. I suggest killing dogs from the front because, one, it's just quieter. Two, it doesn't really matter, sadly. But I usually take this guy out first, but you could come behind here too, and then they don't really give you any other way to shoot those other guys. But that's how you do that. Do mind all of these. Try to understand what the map's saying. Yes, within a range, that question mark is kind of in this area. But if you look as to where that mark is, it is all the way over here, which I can only access that if I were to go through the door. That is the only thing here, and I cannot get it. There are boxes. Absolutely innocent looking boxes. However, sometimes they will possess a gold artifact. So always kind of, be mindful of that. Try not to lose your knives. I had no idea I just got a knife. I really wish I didn't lose it already. But because that is a perk that you could do as well as of now. Stealth kills from throwing knives, which I just lost my only knife I'm going to get for this entire game, probably. So be mindful of where your knives go. Keep up with them, and keep up with how many you have, because you never know when you're going to get another chance. I always go in through this way because this is the only other place that I know you can get a suppressed pistol. I should have already had a suppressed pistol by now. There are like 3 chances you can, like almost 3 per, at least 1 per map where you can get the suppressed pistol. I already missed like 2 for this one. So every map is pretty much a silent one. Even the ones that are really, really, loud. Always when you come upstairs, walk back. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's gonna be in here somewhere. Right now I'm just gonna work on dual kills because I know I unlocked it. I still have 100 health. Just because you alert the commander, do not, fret. Do not quit a game, even if somebody's running up to you and knifing you. Don't. Just relax. I mean, honestly, this is like a good way to catch up on what I missed. Because right now I'm getting, dual kills. Fuck. For example, I just died there because of a stupid decision to throw a grenade while turning. Again, another reason you need to relax. If you're going to throw a grenade, throw a grenade. They will run. They will probably still shoot at you, but it's not going to be as accurate, believe it or not. This game is pretty realistic when it comes to that. So my apologies for some of the deaths. You'll see I actually killed myself there. And that was me killing myself. I could have ran out that door and just, ran down the hall, grabbed the Enigma code in that one room. That would have been dead right. The room's dead right. So just try to relax with the game whenever you play, regardless of difficulty. It'll just be so much smoother. Try to get headshots the best you can. If you do miss, quickly shoot. Always double tap regardless of where you're aiming. Progress through the game, because I was going too slow and one of the enemies walking by had spotted me. A lot of times you can miss multiple times and they not notice you. This is only with the suppressed pistol. You can run a little bit and them not hear you, but make sure they are far out of, listening range. As long as you kill the commanders first, try to make them your first priority. All you have to do is kill one commander to unlock every single question mark. So don't think you have to kill them in order. So if you think, man, I missed something, you just honestly, legitimately missed it. It has nil to do with the amount you kill. You only have to kill just one silently. Silently, mind you. I will be going through this a little quickly, so just kind of pay attention to the room. I will be constantly going to the map as I'm getting these. I know this is inverted, so it's going to make it even harder to follow with me going through this quickly. But, again, I will be showing you the maps as to where I am, so you can correspond it with where you are, and where you should be. You can see me as the green arrow in the highlighted section. So you might have to look a little closely for that green arrow, but this is YouTube. You can always pause it. It's whatever. Just kind of, pay attention. I will always open these for constantly, so you can kind of keep up with that and when I receive it. So like if I were to randomly click here and I get it, I'll show you that I got it and that it's from randomly clicking here, not because I start clicking here, and then, it disappears. I do try to compensate by really making sure you understand where the location of everything is. I will be constantly opening up these. I do that. I am sorry if it's annoying, but I'm trying to show you as to what you can accomplish all at once. Right now, I'm probably just gonna be working on my stealth and that until I can get one headshot kill with the pistol while aiming. I should have done that earlier. Again, relax so you don't overlook something. I'll actually get that in the next area. Right now I'm just going to work on dual wield kills. And while you're shooting, kind of use your peripheral vision to spot health and or ammo. And just because a character talks, such as Ferguson, does not mean you killed every enemy. That only means you complete... sometimes that's the case. don't always grab all the health just because you can. Sometimes you will be eligible to come back to an area for health if you have to. Again, relax. So, that's really the number one thing to do, really, to beat any game, is just... Whenever they throw a grenade, as long as you're behind cover, you're good. You might take a little bit of damage, but as long as the arrow is pointing forward and not behind you, you are good. See, I took damage, but it was only 3. It was only 3 damage. Now, if I were to try to run, for example, if they threw it over there and I tried to run, I'd probably take more damage trying to run over here than it would be to just kind of accept it. But those are under certain circumstances. In this case, it'd been better to run. For example, like that. Just because he threw a grenade over there doesn't mean I should run forward or back. Because if I run forward, I will take damage getting shot at. Sometimes you just gotta hit him head on, like so. If there was a grenade, I would have to just face facts and run forward into fire like I just did now. To get behind cover kills guaranteed, still some locations are iffy. Now I could shoot him and I could shoot that. All Ferguson does is says, "Was that you annihilating that Stomper?" You know. For this part, since it is inverted, I will inform you it is left, right, center. And this unlocks the Enigma code as well. Well, it enables you to find. Up here at the top of the steps, dead right are 2 grenades. I have 3. To my left, yes, is, well, for you it's to the right, is cover. Shit. See. See right there, I got screwed. I could have ran back into the grenade. The second they throw the grenade and you see the grenade, pretty much is going to blow up regardless. You have a split second, because what they do, in order to get the... Actually, I'll explain this first and then I'll add to this. In order to get indirect enemy kills by a dropped enemy grenade, the enemy has to be in the process of throwing the grenade. You cannot throw back the grenade. They have to be throwing it. And they cook their grenades. So the second you hear them shout Granada, which means they're going to throw a grenade, wait a couple seconds, because I usually do this on the moon. Because it's just easier when you're in the captain's quarters and you're, when you're in the quarters and they're like right in front of you and you do have cover. It was either run into a horde of enemies earlier or do that. But they cook their grenades, and because of that, so you can't, just because they shout Granada, don't shoot them right away. Wait a few seconds, because they will just put the grenade away. They will hold it up. It will show a little arrow showing them gonna throw it. Wait a few seconds. And when I mean a few, I mean like 1, 2, 3. Because the second they throw it, it's gonna immediately blow up, really. Here you have a letter in the room to your right. Right here. Here's where I got in a jumbled mess earlier, really badly, because I was progressing way too slow. And like I said, and try to always get headshots. I haven't really been doing that, but I'm gonna try to now. Because on top of getting that, I only have to get like 40. I should get that by the end of this, which already I'm not, because I've been slacking on that. So, at the end of this, I will be going over the perks of which I should have gotten. And if you don't believe me, I will tell you about what number of kills, and like I did mention before, a lot of these correspond with each other. See how I have 5? Here I have 5 on top of whatever I got with that. Commander Stealth kills, 3. But they all correspond with each other, so if I were to get Sprint while with dual kills, that will also add to this, and I will try to show you all that later. Here you do have to hop on here and shoot that. You cannot get behind cover kill from that position. Always make sure you have your main 2 weapons already ready. I usually have the ones that I'm doing a perk for, and my suppressed pistol, because I mean the pistol is just the best at accuracy and all. Here is where I usually where you could do the kill 3 enemies without releasing the fire buttons. There are easier locations. What I like to do is I like to shoot 1 gun at a time, which does work. So I could be like here, 1, 2, 3, and then do that. But usually when I get down to about 10 rounds is when I'll start shooting my other gun. Always make sure both guns are suppressed, unless you are comfortable with, you know, blind firing. You know, 1, 2, here, quiet, oh, now I need to be loud, you know. But once you get the next pistol, I dislike it for it is 3-round burst. It takes about 4 to 5 shots to get Wyatt to come out. Wyatt, I forget how old he is, but he is definitely under 20 years old. So when you do select him to die, actually this is World War II, so I think he's 16 actually. You're literally letting a child die in front of you when you do kill Wyatt to save Ferguson for the health upgrades. Understand that. I mean, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just saying, you know, that's what you're doing. You are killing a child. You're letting a child die on the table in front of you. And when you think of the psychological effect in real life, you know, that's pretty bad, you know? It's like, man, I just saw a child die before my eyes. He wasn't even 8. He wasn't even... you know, he was a teenager. He wasn't even a young adult yet. He you know, he wasn't even old enough to smoke a cigarette. So, well, today's standards, and you just watch him die. You select him to die. So in real life, you got to consider the psychological effect that would really have on you. Also, Bubby, spoiler alert, he's Frau Engel's lover. Bubby is literally 18 or 19 years old. He's not even old enough to drink. He's barely old enough to smoke, which he does smoke. Frau Engel, she's probably 35 to 40 years old. She has had 6 kids that she has raised, mind you. So, but the thing is, he was, his parents came from, you know, intuition and school, you know, education. They came from, you know, that. And he barely got a job as at Camp Alicia. Spoiler alert. At Camp Alicia as one of the people who just, as a CO pretty much. He wasn't even that high up. Frau Engel was more of she was the camp commander, so he pretty much bonded with her and, you know, just developed a weird, odd relationship. And if you can, you know, read all the characters and stuff if you really want to go ahead and do that. right now I'm going for headshot kills, and it's just easier with the pistol. When I get up here, I'm going to cut the video off as a save. Actually, it seems to be letting me go as long as I want, so I'm just going to do that. Actually, it's been about an hour. Let's see how this will come out.